Welcome to the GGB Gaming Supplier Spotlight, our exclusive sneak peek at the best and brightest products and services produced by vendors to the gaming, iGaming, and sports betting industries. In our inaugural edition, we visit the showroom of Ainsworth Game Technology, where Mike Trask, the company's Director of Product Marketing and Strategy, shows us the latest Ainsworth cabinet, the A-Star Curve. He also outlines some of the new games that go along with the A-Star, the new PacMan entry into the Ainsworth lineup, and the first VLT products produced after the purchase of MTD. To learn more about these products, visit agtslots.com. So, Mike Trask, it's really great to see you. We did a great podcast with Darren in December that was very informative about where the company is today, and he spoke a lot about the Ainsworth products. But I didn't get a chance to see it at the time because the showroom was dark. But so it's going to actually be great to see them today. So, thanks for having us.
No, thanks for doing this, Roger. This is very cool. And hey, welcome to our showroom at the 215 in Jones in Las Vegas. These type of demonstrations, both live and recorded like this one, have been a huge part of our ability to reach customers in the industry as a whole during these really tough times.
Sure, that makes sense. No trade shows to go to, so you don't have to drive all around the country with product in the back of a truck, and I think it makes sense. So
yeah, exactly. We've had a couple customers who we've come into the showroom, but it's almost been neat that a lot of people who maybe wouldn't typically come to a trade show or wouldn't typically have the ability to come inside of our showroom and really see stuff hands-on. This gives them an opportunity to do that.
Sure, absolutely. So one of the things we talked about with Darren was the new cabinet. Tell me why it's such a step up from the previous cabinet.
Well, here it is. You can see it in all its glory. It is our A-Star Curve cabinet, our first curved screen. You can really see it if we move over to the side here. A tremendous appearance on a casino floor. All of this lighting can be configured to go with games. And of course, just the appearance of it, this sort of floating infinity monitor, it really looks phenomenal on casino floors. I think it gives a lot of our products a lot of new life. Gives Ainsworth, we've been calling it the new shape of Ainsworth. It's really given the company a new look, and certainly our game developers a lot more room to play with on a 43-inch screen. There is some improved power in the audio and the processing that allows for some new game features and things of that sort. Obviously, LCD button deck, pretty standard at this point. Also, a place to plug your phone in, coming standard on this. You can see the speakers for increased sound. So just a beautiful new look that we've been able to launch at this point about 14 games exclusively on this cabinet, as well as utilizing some of our legacy titles and giving them some new life, giving operators a new way and us a new way to present some of our top performers.
Sure, absolutely. Well, obviously, a real important part of any new cabinet is how ergonomic it is for the players. What did you go into to really make sure that the players are comfortable in front of these machines?
Yeah, I mean, a lot's went into it. Our button decks, pretty standard. We've gone through a lot of different tests. We've got a lot of great feedback from players we've brought in. Operators who've come through and explored the box. So certainly, players need to be comfortable at a box. And it's certainly, I think, recent cabinets, something that's being taken a lot more seriously and looking, what's the height of the button deck? What's the right size of the base underneath it to make sure those players who, might be wanting to spend, a half hour, however long in front of a game are comfortable and feel good about it, being in front of it.
Sure. So how have your customers responded to it? Are they eager to get it on their casino floors right now?
Yeah, it's been great. This was a box that was, I joke, but it was literally in a truck about 300 yards from where I'm standing, ready to go to NIGA, in March.
Right.
Obviously, that didn't happen. So it's, we've really had to get creative with how we're showing these products to customers. But the feedback's been phenomenal. We're starting to see titles like this one on the new box, Supercharged Sevens Classic, show up on things like the Eilers report.
Right.
The cabinet is in dozen plus markets at this point. It is approved through GLI and everywhere. performance in California has been phenomenal. We have a number of them around Nevada, and just go on down the list of installs we're seeing across the West Coast, throughout the Midwest, down in Florida. So certainly when you have a compelling, good-looking product, you have some performance, that appetite can still be there from customers in a variety of different, obviously, pricing models.
So tell us about how you accomplished this during COVID. I mean, your employees are working from home.
Sure.
Game developers, the hardware developers. It must have been a real challenge to do that.
Yeah, to this day, most of our team is working remotely. But throughout the entire process, throughout the entire situation, we did not have any losses in our game development studios.
Mm-hmm.
We continue to support them. They continue to to perform, create new games. And I think for a lot of newer generation, they're pretty used to working at home. I think the rest of us have gotten pretty used to it as well. I think a lot of us are getting sick of it. But in some ways, if there was a positive to come out of this, it's really allowed us to catch up. Like I said, a brand new box for us that's been in the field, 6-7 months, I guess, if you look at our first install. We have 14 titles available for that cabinet that are new, exclusive for this cabinet, and that really speaks to the dedication of our R&D team, led by Cody Herrick and Dave Waters and some others who really buckled down, did a great job, got the work done, put out some really great looking product.
Okay, so great. So you have 14 titles. Are they all brand new games, or did you import some of your existing games?
So those 14 I mentioned are brand new titles. That is to say, they were never used previously on another box. So Supercharged Sevens Classic, a 3-reel game, Inca Empress, Lucky Empress, some persistent state stuff. Those are examples that fit right into that new content. That said, we have ported over and made available some of our high denom content, for instance, like Multi-Win Sevens or Eagle Bucks, or these games that are historically Ainsworth's best content. We have made available, to support that market on this box.
Okay. What do you consider? Let's talk about some of the games now. What do you consider the best performing games for Ainsworth at this point?
So far, I mean, Supercharged Sevens Classic is part of a 2-game package we did along with Real Hot Sevens Classic, the same thing. And it's a pretty, obviously a beautiful looking presentation here, but really, something that really we felt there was a need for in the market. And it's this sort of 3-reel, in this case, 9-line, 5-credit bet, $45 max bet type of situation. This game is something that can be configured as multi-denom from 25 cents up to $100.
Okay.
There is some demand, for a one-off $100 game here and there first, but a lot of people say, oh, it's a high denom game. We look at it as, look, it's high denom, but you're also a dollar player playing $9 a bet to cover their lines is, falls in maybe a slightly different market than your traditional high denom room. These games have done phenomenal. Our best configuration, and that $9 line product or $20 5-line product, really something that fits a need we felt was underserved in the industry, and doing it on the new box has been very compelling. In something that this was the first game we launched and has been a very strong performer. The only other one I talk about is Inca Empress and Lucky Empress. Lucky Empress is just starting to go out, and we're seeing those very strong performance numbers. Both these games offer this persistent state type of play. If I can just, you can see you're building up multipliers on the game, and those multipliers stay until a player hits something at 12x. So not to get into crazy game demos, but you're going through this, and a player will keep these multipliers until they hit something on these various locations on the reels. So again, an innovative type of play mechanic. Beautiful art. I think this art package is far and away some of the best stuff Ainsworth has done, and certainly in recent memory. And so these kind of games have sort of led the way in that performance.
Okay, great. I like how you mimic the traditional three reels there, and then you add the wheel to it. I mean, that's obviously very popular games on the Supercharged 7. So to put them together, it's really eye-catching.
Thanks. And you can see, just give you a quick wheel hit here, but is what's been cool. This is a quick spin product. Our original quick spin penny games had a hit frequency of the wheel of about 1 in 56. As we've added some progressives and as we've gone to high denom, our game designers have really focused on keeping that part of the experience of the quick spin brand as part of it. So that wheel's still going to spin at an extremely high hit frequency, but it's given a much more volatile play experience by doing stuff like there's no free games in this game. So it's that really traditional slot feel. You're really chasing the wheel, but getting in there enough that a player feels like they're not getting skunked.
Yeah. That's very, very innovative. I like the way that works. So, and I certainly know people of my generation are familiar with the reels and the wheels. So it really works well, I think.
Yeah, traditional cymbals. I think they did a great job even getting the sound down, right? It's really that traditional slot sound, that feel. But when you combine that, on the 43-inch curved screen with those sound packages, and again, the ability to do a lot of different things with your bet configurations, whether it's a 5-line package or a 9-line package, and how high you want to enable those big bettors to play.
Okay. So one of the things that Darren was talking about when we did our podcast was a new PacMan game in the pipeline.
Absolutely. Like? I don't know that anybody's seen this yet, Raj, but this is our new PacMan game. It's literally just approved by GLI, so we're going to start trying to place it in several different markets, probably in the next couple of weeks, if all goes according to plan. We did 2 PacMan games a couple years back, PacMan Wild, PacMan Dynamic. 2 of the best games Ainsworth has done, certainly in my time here. And so excited to really give PacMan that breath of fresh air with the 43-inch A-Star curved cabinet. PacMan just packed with bonus features. Really, there's 6 different features within it, all running off of a massive wheel. Just really cool play mechanics that you're going to see within it. We don't do a ton of different IP stuff,
right?
But we have a long-term agreement with Bandai Namco to do this stuff, and so we're very excited to have a premium brand like PacMan as part of our portfolio.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, my generation will certainly be attracted to this as well.
I hope so. The first game did incredibly well. It was, really well received. We're excited to see this on casino floors. I think the art kit, the play mechanic of it is just phenomenal. And seeing, 6 different features, a premium brand. We do offer this as mainly a participation box, but we do have the ability with PacMan and all of our IP product to also offer it for sale, which has been very compelling to a lot of our customers.
Great. Well, we also talked with Darren about the MTD acquisition, and you're moving into the Keno and poker space. How are we progressing on that area?
I'm glad you asked. We get to walk a little bit around the showroom here. It's kind of the beauty of this sort of format we've been doing. Take you right over to our Gambler's Gold product. And so this is the product that's the result of the acquisition of the assets of MTD. It's being installed in a property in California the first week of March, so we couldn't be more excited about that. Preparing to enter some Nevada field testing in the coming months. You're looking at a really traditional multi-game package, but you have your pokers, you have 4 of your classic pokers, a couple bonus poker feature games, 3 reels. But what the real focus is these Keno games. We have 4 different volatilities of Keno. These are just absolutely packed with features. The game you're looking at here, Squish Keno, is the top performing in VLT markets like Montana, and allowing those Keno players to really find that increased volatility through the chance to get free games, to get some huge multipliers, and add a little something different to that Keno experience.
Sure. Well, this is obviously aimed at the VLT market, and there's a lot of states coming online. Are you hoping to really push this into that area?
Yeah, absolutely. So, within the VLT market, we have we're an exclusive provider of a package like this called Montana Gold to Golden Gaming, our Golden Entertainment in Montana. It's one of the top performers there. We're in that South Dakota VLT market, also some Louisiana stuff. So certainly VLT markets are compelling, and even more exciting to us is the ability to take these games that perform this style of Keno that's been incredibly popular within that locals kind of casino market, even the bar/casino market, and take those games into that sort of traditional Class 3 environment. And I think this is something that we've gotten a lot of interest in on this sort of product. Something new for Ainsworth. We're very proud of it, and believe we found a pretty good niche to get into.
Great. Well, Mike, this has been a great innovative way to show your product here. I really appreciate you giving it the opportunity to be the first ones to show the product, and hopefully, they'll be spreading across the country very quickly.
All right. Well, hey, thanks so much for doing this. I know it was a first time experience for global gaming business. I just wishing you guys the best throughout all this time, and looking forward to talking again very soon.
Great. Thanks, Mike.
Thanks for joining us for the GGB Gaming Supplier Spotlight, our exclusive sneak peek at the best and brightest products and services produced by vendors to the gaming, iGaming, and sports betting industries. To have your company featured in this segment, contact Terry Brady at tbrady@ggbmagazine.com.